there from Grossinger Motors Arena in downtown Bloomington. It's the Illinois State Redbirds taking on the Lakers of Grand Valley State University. And a very pleasant good evening from inside the garage at Grossinger Motors Arena. L.A. Decker with you for game number 2 of this 2-game weekend series. Last night over at the Bloomington Ice Center, due to a concert here inside the Grossinger Motors Arena, the Illinois State Redbirds took on the Lakers of Grand Valley State in an absolutely thrilling hockey game last night. If you were not part of the attending crowd, we hope you join us on Live Barn, because that's where the games are when they're over in the Ice Center. But Illinois State played Grand Valley State even through 60 minutes of hockey, even through 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime, and took it to the shootout, where Joey Zullo scored the decisive goal for the Redbirds in the win. They get the win in the shootout, 1-0, win the game by a final score of 2-1. Brendan Donovan again outstanding in goal. He will be tonight's starter for Illinois State. He'll bring a 5-0-1 record. A 5-2-1 record into the contest tonight. A .286 goals against average and a .936 save percentage. He made 54 saves last night in the contest. He'll be opposed in net for the Lakers by Devin Nadeau. He's 4-0-1 on the season, a .256 goals against average, a .908 save percentage, and he also played outstanding in net last night. A very crisply played game, a very fast-paced game, and we're expecting the same tonight from these two teams. The Redbirds are getting the Grand Valley State Lakers at the right time. They're playing their third game in 3 nights, including last night's game. They also played on Thursday night at home against Utah and got a 4-3 shootout win in that contest. And the Redbirds are going on a tough stretch here. They'll get a weekend available, at least here at Grossinger Motors Arena, and they'll entertain the University of Jamestown coming up on Friday the 27th and Saturday the 28th. We'll also see the Division II team here on Saturday afternoon the 28th, and then the U of I comes for 2 games on November 3rd and 4th here at Grossinger Motors Arena. Both will be 7 o'clock face-offs on that Friday and Saturday night. But our task at hand is very simple. It's try to get game number 2 from the Lakers of Grand Valley State, who are ranked number 11 in the ACHA. It's the Lakers of Grand Valley State and the Redbirds of Illinois State coming up next on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel.
Way up till it's high flows. We gon' light 'em up, make the world take notice. When the game face on, then it's game over. You a witness in a force to be ratchet. Grinding for greatness, proving and tasking. Ruling the rest, cause the movement's electric. This is our house and it's built by legends, yeah. If they coming for the spot, tell them let's rock. Standing like a brick wall to your best shot. Ain't a victory that can't be won when you're rocking with a city made of champions. Come on! It's time to bring the thunder. Make the ground shake when we go. Come on! When we strike down, what you gon' do? Thunder. Make the ground shake when we go. Lightning, let's go. Lightning, let's go. We gon' bring the power. Get the place jumping. Time to get louder. Show 'em who run. We gon' bring the power. Get the place jumping. Time to get louder. Show 'em who run. Got the whole city riding. And we rising. Yeah, the vibe's so alive. We electrifying. Better sound the alarm when you see the squadron. Once we hit 'em with the storm, it ain't no stopping. This is what legends are made of. The name's been engraved. We the history makers. Put the work down. Now our banners are raised up. Right now you're dealing with a force of nature. Come on, come on. It's time to bring the thunder.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Grossinger Motors Arena, home of your Illinois State Redbirds. Tonight in ACHA Division I play, the Redbirds host their visitors from Allendale Township, Michigan. Please welcome the Grand Valley State Lakers. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Lakers of Grand Valley State University. On defense, number 8, Brian Clahassy. And number 57, Clayton Senti. On the forwards, number 17, Chase Teller. Number 88, Eric Holford. The center is number 2, Parker Severson. And starting in goal for the Lakers, number 1, Devin Nadeau. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Illinois State Redbirds. On defense, number 5, Mason Perry. And number 15, Michael Natoli. The forwards, number 7, Joe Rasha. And number 10, Mitch Oberlad. The center is number 13, Mike Slewinski. And starting in goal for your Redbirds, number 1, Brendan Donovan. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Your officials for tonight's contest. The referees are Brandon Target and D. Ray Tucker. The linesmen, Jeff Bodnick and Robert Prescott. So once again, those starting lineups for you. For the Lakers of Grand Valley State, it'll be Clayton Senti and Brian Clahassey starting at the defense. Talaire and Holford with Severson centering the line. Devin Nadeau will get the start in goal. For the Illinois State Redbirds, it'll be Perry and Natoli on defense. Rasha, Oberlag, and Slewinski to center the front line. And Brendan Donovan will get the start once again in goal for the Redbirds. In their home white jerseys, trimmed in red and black, red numerals on the white jerseys. For the Grand Valley State Lakers, all royal blue, white swim, white numerals on the blue jerseys. And Illinois State working from right to left as we see it along with you in period number 1. Lose the opening faceoff. Here's a quick shot. That one stopped out front as it came right off the stick of Oberlag. It goes into the corner on the near side. Perry keeps it in the zone, back to Natoli. Swings it around behind the net. Goes into the corner where it's picked up by Holford for the Lakers. Quickly ahead to Severson. Severson moves through center, fires one in, saved by Donovan, and he covers up the rebound. As Chase Talaire was crashing in from the near side, Donovan able to get the cover up and will take the face-off. 31 seconds gone by in the opening period. Lakers get credit for the first shot on goal. And the face-off will be to the left of Brendan Donovan. Face-off pushed behind the Redbird net, goes over to the far corner. Holford fights along the boards. It pops out to center. They score for the top. The puck already had gone in. It hit the top corner and went in. Didn't quite see who got that shot. It was a very quick motion. It did go in. Referee D. Ray Tucker right there on the call to see it. Let's take another look at that one. As the shot came from just outside the circle, and it went right over the shoulder. Went right over the shoulder of Brendan Donovan. And a quick 1-0 lead for Grand Valley State. Just 46 seconds into the contest. Grand Valley State right back on the attack. Avaletta. Lost it. Here's Jackson Graham with a shot. That one stopped by Nadal. Rebound sent out to neutral ice where Liam Gritchick will get to it. Here's Parker Turch. Sending it forward for Ethan Chesney, who moves in to the slot. Fires one. That one just went over the crossbar. We're still waiting word on who scored that goal. Redbirds have it in the offensive end as Parker Church sends it back behind the net. Sent off into the corner by the Laker defense. It's hoisted out. Past center ice, it'll keep rolling. Icing is going to be waved off. As play continues on back in the Redbird end. Liam Gritchick sends it out of the Redbird zone, but it's dumped right back into the Lakers. Matthew Cole goes in to get it. Haggerty is there. Kane Haggerty dug it out of the corner. Redbirds got to it as Gritchick. It's tied up in the corner by Cole. Now sent around by Nicholas Summerfield. Far boards. Hops over the stick of Caleb Knighting. Sent out to center ice, and the Redbirds pick it up. Here's Tricarico, fakes the shot, takes it in. Penalty coming up against the Lakers. That will be a tripping call against Grand Valley State. So the Redbirds will get the first power play opportunity. Grand Valley State penalty number 7, Daniel Abdouche. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 2:39 first period. Lakers penalty, Abdouche, 2 minutes for tripping at 2:39. Time for a Redbird power play. Drew Shadle sends it back behind the net for the Redbirds. And the Lakers are able to clear it all the way down. Cole beats everybody down cherry picking. Takes it on the wraparound. It scores! Matthew Cole out-hustles everybody to get to the loose puck. He wraps it around. Brendan Donovan got a stick to it, but the stick lifted it into the back corner of the net, and Grand Valley State quickly with a 2-0 lead here early in the first period. So Grand Valley State on the board with 2 quick goals. And the Redbirds still have 1 minute and 22 of power play time. Here's Tricarico with it. Moving through center ice. Takes it on the near side. Back around behind the net. Trying to center it. Hit the side of the cage. And the Lakers pick it up. Dumped in by Eric Hulford. Hulford will pick it up and fire one. That one blocked up into the netting. Face-off will stay in the Redbird end. Grand Valley State came out with this kind of pace and speed last night. The Redbirds were able to match it. Right now, the Redbirds definitely back on their heels just a bit. Redbirds get the face-off. Jackson Graham controls it at center ice, sends it across for Tony Campese near side. Campese, top of the circle, looks, fires, glove save made by Nadal, and the rebound picked up by the Laker defense. Gage Thrall was able to clear it out. Redbirds move it back in with 35 seconds left on the power play. Chesney bumped off the puck and stolen away by Owen Lindbeck. Lakers will clear it down all the way. Final 10 seconds of the power play for Illinois State sees Grand Valley State control the puck and dump it into neutral ice. Redbirds get control, but the penalty is over to Douche, and both teams back at full strength. Grand Valley State goal, his third of the season, scored by number 2, Parker Severson. Assisted by number 88, Eric Holford, and number 17, Chase Hilaire. Time of the goal, 46 seconds, first period. Lakers goal, scored by Severson, assisted by Holford and Hilaire at 46 seconds. Grand Valley State goal scored shorthanded by number 4, Matthew Cole, his third of the season. Assisted by number 25, Sam Letchell. Time of the goal, 3:09, first period. Lakers goal scored shorthanded by Cole, assisted by Letchell at 3:09. Redbirds come right back as Alex Matzis' shot gets blocked by Parker Severson. And the Lakers control coming out of their own end. They get it to center, but Mason Perry able to send it back. Shot by Oberlag gets blocked out front and sent back into neutral ice. Perry will dump it in for the Redbirds. Penalty coming up against Grand Valley State for the second time in the period. Going to be an elbowing call this time against the Lakers, and the Redbirds will get their second power play of the evening. So it's going to be an elbowing call against Severson. Grand Valley State penalty number 2. Parker Severson, 2 minutes for elbowing. Time of the penalty, 5:54, first period. Lakers penalty, Severson, 2 minutes for elbowing at 5:54. Once again, time for a Redbird power play. Illinois State keeps it in. Oberlag gets it at the top, fires it in, save Nadeau, loose in front, and Nadeau scrambles to cover it and does, as the puck was at the skates of Joe Rasha for a moment. Rasha couldn't locate the puck, and Nadeau was able to cover it up and take a face-off. 13:40 to play here in the first period. 94 seconds left in the man advantage for Illinois State. Slowinski will take the face-off for Illinois State against Summerfield for the Lakers. Face-off one. Carson Hilt sends it in toward the net, steered aside by Nadeau. Back out top for Oberlag. On the side of the boards for Carson Hilt. Lost the handle. Shadle gets it back into the corner for Rasha. Back to Oberlag. Open the dot. Moves in from the far side. Stops and sends it back behind the net for Rasha. Rasha to the near side. Slowinski sets it up with Rasha. Rasha down below the line. Carson Hilt shot stopped by Nadeau. Rebound loose. Cleared out of the zone. Redbirds have to go back to get it. 60 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Drew Shadle lost the handle on the puck. Picked up by Holford on the forecheck. Redbirds finally get away from the pressure. Here's Slowinski moving in over the line. Stops at the top of the zone and gets dispossessed and sent right back down by Summerfield. Brendan Donovan stops it for Illinois State and restarts the offensive move. Joey Zullo, who scored the winning shot in the shootout last night, to Campese at the top. Here's a quick shot that taken by Zullo. That one stopped out front. Nadeau may have got a piece of that. Around Jackson Graham couldn't get it. It goes far side and cleared the length of the ice. Donovan lets it get to him, and he plays it over to the far side. Graham tips it forward for Ethan Chesney. Chesney moves in over the line, gets around a man, looks, comes back around the behind the net, centering pass out front. Chikarico had it knocked away at the last moment before he gets a shot, as the penalty is over and both teams back at full strength with 12 minutes to play in period number 1. 2-0 in favor of Grand Valley State. Zachary Borchard sends it around. Lakers hold it in. Here's a shot. That one tipped the wide of Brendan Donovan. Borchard sends it back around. Over to Clayton Senti. Senti sends it out, stolen away to Illinois State. Here comes Zulu moving in. Zulu fires, save made by Nadal. Rebound picked up by the Lakers. Sent all the way down. This one will not be icing. Liam Drichik gets to it, plays it back to Parker Turch for Illinois State. Turch trying to feed it to center, and an icing call is going to be made against the Redbirds. 11:19 to play in the opening 20 minutes. Illinois State out shooting Grand Valley State 5-4 thus far, but trail 2-0 on the scoreboard. Faceoff will be to the right of Brendan, left of Brendan Donovan. Quick shot taken. That one stopped as Sam Lechel was able to let one go quickly, but the Redbird defense stopped it before it got to Donovan. Sloan gets it on the far board, sends it ahead for Campese. Chipped away from him and sent back into the Redbird end. Now the Lakers get to it, neutral ice. Daniel Abdouche sends it around. Far side, Lakers trying to get possession. Redbirds trying to get possession. Finally a shot in. Stopped by Brendan Donovan as Lechel got a low shot away. Last night a low shot would have been very interesting because of the weather and rink conditions next door. There's fog all over the ice, and now another penalty coming up. And this one again on Grand Valley State, another elbowing call. And once again, Daniel Abdouche will go to the penalty box. Third Redbird power play opportunity in this period. Abdouche got the elbow up. That was the call. That was the reason for the call. As contact was coming, we knew somebody knew there was going to be some contact along the near side here by the penalty box. But Abdouche got his elbow up. Grand Valley State penalty number 7, Daniel Abdouche, 2 minutes for elbowing. Time of the penalty, 9:23 first period. Lakers penalty, Abdouche, 2 minutes for elbowing at 9:23. Shadle gets the face-off for Illinois State. Oberlag dumps it down for Carson Hill. It ends up going behind the net. Dug out by Slowinski, and now a fight for the puck alongside Owen Limbeck. Slowinski wins it for Illinois State. Carson Hill out to the point for Oberlag. Swings it over to the near side, Shadle. Down low for Slowinski. Backhand pass off the boards. Rasha tries to get to it. Slowinski dumps it in behind the net. Carson Hilt fights for it, but it's cleared the length of the ice by the Lakers. Halfway through period number 1. Illinois State down 2, 1:15 remaining in the power play. Oberlag with a head of steam moves into the zone. Oberlag gets it behind the net, centered it out front, held in at the line. Stolen back by Cole. Here comes Matthew Cole. 1-on-1. He's got 2-on-1 if he hurries. Fires it in and scores off Donovan. Matthew Cole for the second time tonight. Another shorthanded goal. And it's 3-0 Grand Valley State. Matthew Cole picks up his second of the game. That's number 4 on the season. The Saginaw, Michigan native. Grand Valley State goal scored shorthanded. His 4th of the season, 2nd of the game by number 4, Matthew Cole. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 10:26 first period. Lakers goal, shorthanded by Cole, unassisted at 10:26. Campese gets it down low. Tricarico shot stopped by Nadal. Rebound kicked out to Campese on the near boards. To the point, Zulo. Back to Campese at the circle. Sends it across for a shot, and he scores! Chesney's goal went in, but they're waving it off. The net came off the moorings before it went in. The net came off just before the puck goes into the net. The crowd here at Grosinger Motors Arena not appreciative of that call, but it was called immediately and called emphatically. Let's take a better look at that from our RoboCams high atop the rink, and right there you saw the net was already off the moorings before the shot was taken, so that will negate the shot, as Donovan has to stop the puck as it's shot back down. Final 10 of the power play for Illinois State. Here's Campese moving through center ice, cuts into the slot to the backhand, takes it around behind the net. Stick goes flying in the slot. Now a player goes down. He gets hooked by one of the Grand Valley State players. No penalty coming up for that one. Here's Zullo sending one in from the top, blocked out front by Chesney. Lakers get to it and finally get it out of the zone. Redbirds come right back in with it. Campese centers it, tries to go to Graham. Knocked away by the Laker defense and stolen. Grand Valley State sends it back into the Redbird end. Off the linesman, it stays in the zone, but finally trickles out. Joshua Suzio tries to clear it out. Slewinski will center it. Bouncing puck comes over to the far side. Slewinski picked up by Rasha. Into the corner, Slewinski once again with 7:50 to play. Slewinski in the far corner. Back out to the top near side, Mason Perry. Fanned on a shot attempt. It went behind the net. Sent around by Owen Lindback for the Lakers. And they'll poke it out of the zone and reset the pressure. Shot by Ethan Chesney did in fact beat David Nadeau, but the net had already come off the moorings even before Chesney got the shot away. Slewinski pinned up in the corner as the Redbirds dig it out. Mazzoli bounces one in on Nadeau. He'll corral it and take the face-off at his own end with 7:09 to play here in period number 1. Face-off will be to the right of Devin Nadeau. Grand Valley State wins the face-off, and they try to clear it out, and it's into the crowd, and now a fresh frozen vulcanized rubber disc will be obtained from our scorekeeper, Mr. Dan Galat. He hands it off, and our linesman will bring it over for the next face-off, which will be on the Laker end and will be to the left of Nadeau. Zullo will take the face-off for Illinois State. Still losing the circle and finally swept over into the near corner. Parker Turch tries to come in and get to it. It's tipped up into the netting. Even though it stays in the rink, if it goes over and touches that netting, it's considered out of play. A safety device at most rinks now for the spectators who happen to be sitting in those areas. And the face-off stays in the Laker end. Andreas Zorn tapped it back for a shot by Parker Turch, which was deflected. Clayton Senti tries to clear it out for the Lakers and gets it to center. Here's Turch sending it forward for Illinois State. Alex Matsis sends it back for Joey Zullo. Now fight at the line as the puck tied up along the boards right near the line. Andreas Zorn with a shot, got one sent wide of the target. Senti pushes it over to the far boards. Dug out, picked up by Tristan Avaletta. He leads the Lakers with 5 goals so far in the season. Frank Lahassie gets it forward. Here's Cole. Haggerty couldn't quite corral the pass, and the Redbirds steal it. Tricarica feathers it ahead, but couldn't get to it. Caleb Needing. There's a shot sent in quickly by Jackson Graham. That one kicked away by Nadeau. Campese. They'll try to send it across. It's tipped ahead, and Cole almost had another breakaway. If not for the quick thinking that time of Josh Gilbert gloving the puck down, Haggerty might have sent Cole in for another breakaway. Here comes Summerfield. He sends it into the Redbird zone. Gilbert back to get it. Josh Gilbert called up for the D2 team as a defensive replacement. Here's Jackson Graham sending one across into the far corner. Drew Shadle pinches in, couldn't get to it. Matthew Cole picks it up for the Lakers. Drops it back for Summerfield. He gets knocked off the puck by Gilbert. The Redbirds control. Gilbert upended behind the play. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here in period number 1. Here's a shot taken by Limback. That one stick down by Donovan. Summerfield with a shot. Donovan able to fight that one off. The rebound, Tolaire. Gets it back, and for a backhand shot, as the pass was made by Caleb Needing. Rebound comes all the way to the near corner. Eric Holford fights for it in the corner. Picked up by Tolaire. Sent out front for a Newton shot. That one hit the side of the net. Redbirds trying to clear it out. Owen Limback holds it in for the Lakers and sends it around the back of the cage. Parker Severson sends it across for Limback. Tolaire back to Limback with a shot. That one stopped by Donovan. Tries to hold the post. Now gets knocked back into his own net, and a stoppage of play with 4:17 to play. As Donovan got crashed into. It looks like their legs got tied up as the pads of Brendan Donovan tied up Trace Tolaire that time. So the face-off will stay in the Illinois State end. Donovan's going to get an extra moment to get his gear back together. Probably having a word with our officials, saying they're crashing the net a lot, they're running me over. Well, in that case, they might have. So Donovan will make sure all his faculties are in order, get his headgear back on. They'll reset the net. And the face-off will stay in the Illinois State end. Now the two referees are going to have a discussion to see if anything should come of this situation. They're already in discussions with one of the linemen about what might have happened. Two shorthanded goals for Grand Valley State. Both of those by Matthew Cole. Along with a goal in 46 seconds to start the game, have given them a 3-0 lead. Shots on goal are fairly even at 9-8. We are ready to get back to play. Face off to the left of Brendan Donovan. Havel Bachton will take the face off for Illinois State. It's won by Grand Valley State. Suzia sends it back out top for a shot. Donovan has to fight off the save on a point shot. That was taken by Senti. Clahassie sends it across on the far side. Quick centering pass, trying to get it to Severson in the slot. Couldn't get it to him. Centered again, and Donovan able to swat that into the near corner. Out to the point, Clahassie with a shot. That one blocked up into the netting. And with 3 minutes and 46 seconds to play here in period number 1, the face-off will stay in the Redbird end. It'll be to the right this time of Brendan Donovan. And as usual, I'm wrong. It's to the left of Brendan Donovan. Mike Slowinski wins the face-off, but it's held in at the line. Joe Rasha gets around Abdush. Rasha moves in, centers it across, had a chance. Here's Mason Perry in front. That one right off the pipe. Rebound picked up, and here comes Avaletta for the Lakers. Avaletta moves in, takes it to the corner. Slowinski jams it away. Oberlag gets to it for Illinois State. Oberlag sends it behind the net for Mason Perry. Perry hoists it out to center ice. Daniel Abdush back to get it in his own end for the Lakers. Avaletta sends it forward for Carson Corte. Redbirds able to get it back as the Lakers go for a change with 3 minutes to play in the period. Rasha sends it forward. It's stolen away. Shane Haggerty sends it forward for Newton. Back to Haggerty as it's knocked away by Mason Perry. Save made by Donovan as he fought that one off. Rebound sent all the way back around to the near corner. Parker Turch gets to it. Turch along the boards. Jammed at by Cole, who pushes Perry into the corner. Spun back around to the far side. Oberlag checks Haggerty off the puck. It's centered out in front. Here's a steal by Cole, who fires. Save made by Donovan, and he hangs on with 2:23 to play here in period number 1. Matthew Cole was looking for a natural hat trick. Summerfield will take the face-off against Zulo. Redbirds win the face-off, but it's pushed back into Brendan Donovan, who covers it up with 2:18 to play, and will do it again. 12-9, Lakers out shooting the Redbirds so far. Tricarico tried to set it up for Parker Turch, and it's stolen back by the Lakers. Richard gets it behind the zone net with 2 minutes to play here in period number 1. Tricarico sends it forward. Owen Limback able to send it in from center ice. Donovan holds it up, and the Redbirds go back to get it as the Lakers go get a change. Turch sends it forward for Andreas Zorn, who's back in the lineup tonight. Tricarico trying to get to the puck. It's knocked away by Klahassi. Sent forward. As Donovan lets it go, no icing call. Richard got to it. 1:35 to play. Here's a steal. And Valley State couldn't get advantage of it as Eric Holford made the steal near the blue line. Now Severson holds up at the line. Now an offside call coming up. As Chase Tallaire was watching Severson, and Severson got held up just before he came into the zone. Tallaire was already in the zone. Severson got held up, so the puck got held up, and the faceoff will be brought back out to neutral ice with 1:18 to play in period number 1. Faceoff pushed back in the Illinois State zone. Gilbert trying to get to it. Sent back by Shadle. Now popped up into the slot. Graham tried to get to it, held in. There's a shot taken. That one sent wide with 1:05 to play. Here's Klahassi. 1 minute to play in the period. 1 minute remaining. Suzio lost it to the Redbirds. Here comes Illinois State. Campese. He'll dump it in on Nadeau, and Devin Nadeau will cover it up. And with 46.1 seconds remaining in period number 1, faceoff will stay in the Grand Valley State end of the ice. Illinois State have had 2 opportunities. One of them taken off the board as Chesney was able to beat Devin Nadeau. Now a delayed offside call against Illinois State, and the faceoff will go to neutral ice. As Chesney's shot was being taken, the net came off the moorings, which disallowed the goal. The Redbirds had another opportunity as Rasha rang one off the pipes. Final 35 seconds of the period. Campese takes it and centers it. Spun back to Braxton Graham. Graham to Chesney. Now Campese moves in to Gilbert at the point. Shadle dumps it back down with 25 seconds left. Klahassi trying to clear it. Chesney turns and fires it into the corner. Near side with 15 seconds. Back out top, Gilbert. He'll take a shot. That one stopped by Nadeau at 10. Here's Shadle trying to center it out front. Loose puck. Campese crashes in with 5, and that's going to do it for period number 1. Your score at the end of 1 period of play. The Grand Valley State Lakers 3, your Illinois State Redbirds 0. Shots on goal in the first period. Illinois State 11, Grand Valley State 13. So Grand Valley State started out fast, just like they did last night. The pacing is to their liking. And with 46 seconds gone by in the contest, Parker Severson was able to send one past Brendan Donovan. The assist on the play going to Eric Holford and to Chase Tolaire to give the Lakers a 1-0 lead. Then Matthew Cole on a forecheck was able to just lift one onto the stick of Brendan Donovan, and the puck just ramped up right off the stick and into the back of the net. The shorthanded goal for Cole, his third of the season, gave the Lakers a 2-0 lead, just 3:09 gone by. And then, just past the halfway point, at the 9:34 mark of the third period, once again Matthew Cole was able to get his fourth of the season, second of the game. There you see the play where Ethan Chesney had put the puck in the net, but the net had already come off its moorings. A controversial call, but it was the correct call, as the net had already come off prior to the puck being shot. Had the puck been in the air already, there could be an argument for that. However, because the net was already off its moorings, off its pegs, before the shot was taken, it was immediately wiped off, and no goal was called by referee Brandon Target. Again, shots on goal in period number one. Grand Valley State outshot the Illinois State Redbirds 13-11, and apparently no penalties are carrying over. I have not been told of any, so we will skate 5-on-5 to start the second period, which comes your way following this intermission break. Grand Valley State with a 3-0 lead over Illinois State after one period of play on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel.
The car's looking fake shot back door there, huh? Man, we got to gap up on McDavid.
Yeah, we got to push into the outside.
He's back out there. 97's back out there.
Let's go. Kale Taser, get up, set it down.
Hydrating the next generation of athletes. BioSteel, clean, healthy hydration.
back with you. 3-0 is our score. Grand Valley State leads Illinois State here after one period of play. Fans, a reminder, our next matchups here at Grossinger Motors Arena for Illinois State Redbird hockey will be in the weekend of October 27th and 28th. The Division I team will take on Jamestown at 7 p.m. on the 27th. Then on the 28th, on Saturday, a doubleheader between the Drury Panthers in Division II play at 1 p.m. and the Division I Redbirds against Jamestown at 5 p.m. The first week in November sees the Redbirds hosting the University of Illinois in Division I play here at Grossinger Motors Arena on Friday and Saturday night at 7 o'clock in both games. So that was kind of for everybody. I think our public address announcer knew we were going to talk about what's going on in Illinois State Redbird hockey. Earlier this week, by the way, the Division II Redbirds played up at the Owen Center in Peoria, take on the Bradley Braves. That one went the way of Bradley 4-3. Division III had a home matchup over at the Ice Center on Thursday night. They played Missouri State and also fell 5-3. Redbirds will be in action next weekend. Division I on the road in Toledo, taking on the Rockets. Division II will be at home on Thursday night. They'll play the University of Illinois at the Ice Center. It's a Thursday night 9:40 face-off if you're here locally. And Division III will be on the road, taking on the Panthers of Northern Illinois. We are just about ready to start period number 2 as teams have switched sides. Illinois State will now operate from left to right as we see it along with you. 3-0 is our score. 2 goals from Matthew Cole and 1 from Parker Severson have powered the Lakers to their 3-goal advantage here as we start period number 2. Joe Rasha able to shoot it into the Lakers' end. Ryan Klahasi back to get it for Grand Valley State. Rasha sweeps it over to Mason Perry, now tipped in by Eric Holford. Mason Perry gets to it. Slowinski sneaks it through center. Redbirds back to get an overlag, taps it back, and the Redbirds keep possession, but give up some real estate. Michael Natoli brings it forward. Swept aside by Clayton Senti for the Lakers. Holford will tip it into the Redbird zone, into the corner far side. Perry tries to get it out. Kept in the zone by Shane Haggerty. Caleb Knighting will send it in. Redbirds able to get to it. As normal Illinois product, Michael Natoli sends it forward. There's Ethan Chesney over the line. Fires one in. That one again off the post. 2 posts in 2 periods for Illinois State. Now it's dumped in by Haggerty. Over to Newton on the near side. He'll send it across. Picked up by Limback. Owen Limback will send one across. Nobody home on the centering pass. Tipped back out to the point for Newton, who fires one in. That one tipped wide by Letchell. Sent out in front again. That one hit a skate out in front. Kicked out to Newton at the point. Back around behind the net. Limback sends it up for Letchell. Knocked off the play by Josh Gilbert. Now Letchell knocked down in the corner. Trying to get to his feet. Puck finally comes out. And it's sent out, but not clear. Newton with a shot. That one wide of Donovan. Centered back out front by Corte. Picked up by the Redbirds. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's Chesney over the line. Chesney moves in, sends across to Campese, who fires, and it's fought off by Nadeau for the save. As once again, the Redbirds are able to get some pressure on, but they have not found the back of the net. They found the pipes twice. Ethan Chesney once here just moments ago, and Joe Rasha found the pipes earlier. Redbirds win the draw. There's a shot by Liam Gritchick. That one steered aside by Nadeau. Rebound again, sent around as Parker Turch sent it in, and it went just wide of Nadeau. Now Gritchick will set things up for Illinois State. Just missed Andreas Zorn with a pass. It's stolen away by Caleb Knighting. Daniel Abdouche will send it in for Grand Valley State. Gage Thrall Plays it off the boards. Redbirds trying to get to it. It's tipped out of the zone. Skrichik got it out to center. And Douche sends it ahead for Borchert. It's tipped in back behind the Redbird net. Gage Thrall sends it around to the near side. Here's Senti sending one in. Bouncing puck just went wide of Donovan. Lahassi out to the point for a shot. That one went wide. Very low thud off the bottom of the board. Borchert sends it down low. Moving in for a quick shot by Thrall and a stop by Donovan. He'll take the faceoff. 16:42 to play here in period number 2. Redbirds still trailed 3-0. Redbirds will have a face-off in their own end. Pavel Backton will take the face-off for Illinois State. Nicholas Summerfield for Grand Valley State. Lakers win the face-off. Senti had his stick lifted just as he tried to send one back around the net. Lahassi will send it in, tipped in by Summerfield. Mason Perry back to get it. Stolen back away by the Lakers. Senti. Center just tries to center it, stolen away by Pavel Backton. Backton moves in. Drops it off for Alex Matsis, who centers it back for Backton. It's stolen away by Lahassi. Ahead for Haggerty. Quickly ahead. Here's Summerfield. He'll shoot one in. It gets tipped. And it will stay with a face-off in the Redbird zone. It goes up over the glass and into the netting. So the face-off will be to the right of Brendan Donovan. It'll be Parker Severson taking the face-off this time against Mike Slowinski as they had to get another puck as that one went into the crowd. Face-off still in the circle. No one's picked it up yet. Finally jammed free, and the Redbirds get to it. Mitch Oberlack will chip it into the Lakers zone. Lindback backhands it around to the near corner. Lakers can't get it out. Rasha sends it toward the net, but it's stolen back. Here comes Holford over the line. Holford will send it in. Taken away by Thaler, and the Redbirds get to it. Slowinski moves in, fires, saved by Nadeau, and he held on to it long enough to get the whistle. 15.5 minutes to play in period number 2. Grand Valley State still with a 3-0 lead, but the Redbirds trying to put some pressure on the Laker netminder. Slowinski will take the face-off for Illinois State. Wins the face-off to Oberlag. Will dump it over to the corner. Lindback. Check that. It's Knighting back to get it. Quickly ahead, Haggerty. Knocked off his stick by Gilbert. Gilbert to Rasha, who chips it in back behind the net. Oberlag sends it. Nobody was home for a moment. They were looking to center it to an open net. Now moving forward is Carson Corte. He's steered aside by Drew Shadle for Illinois State. Shadle tries to send Slowinski, and it was tipped, so play continues on. Knighting back to get it. Daniel Abdush gets to it along the boards. Redbirds keep it in, and Shadle fights along the boards at the line to keep it in. Now a whistle stops play. It looked like it got chipped into the boards and into the Redbird bench. Faceoff will stay in the Grand Valley State zone. Lakers lead 3-0 over the Redbirds. They were even on shots, 3-3 so far in the period. Here's a shot taken, a save made by Nadeau as Campisi let one go. Another shot from the point by Gilbert, saved by Nadeau. Shadle couldn't control it. Now here come the Lakers, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Lahassi over the line. Oh, here's a quick shot, save made. Borchard was able to get the pass from Cole. Now the Redbirds come back. End-to-end action as Chesney comes in with a shot. That one stopped by Nadeau, and he'll calm play down just a little bit for his Lakers with 14-12 to play. That's about the pace of the game last night over at the Ice Center. As last night, these two teams were flying down the ice, and amazingly, they were able to see. It must have been a similar condition to, for football fans, the Fog Bowl in '88 with the Bears and the Eagles, as icing is called, against Grand Valley State. So the faceoff will come back into their end. Because of the temperature and humidity fluctuations with the recent rain that we've had here in the Bloomington area, and some equipment in the ice arena that wasn't functioning properly, a fog developed inside the Bloomington Ice Center, very similar to what used to be seen for old school NHL fans at the Boston Garden years ago, a building that had no air conditioning, that a lot of times during the playoffs in late May and early June would see games literally be played in a fog bank as the Redbirds come into the Lakers zone. Chesney knocked off the puck, but it's held in at the line. Turch trying to center it down low, and the Lakers steal it away. As Borchert sends it all the way down right on Donovan, so no icing call. Gritchick gets a pass from Turch, sends it forward, over the line, quick pass in, they shoot, they score! Will Tricarico gets the feed from Joey Zullo, and the Redbirds on the board for the first time. Zullo found Tricarico, and he was able to raise it right over the shoulder of Devin Nadeau. And Illinois State cuts the gap down to 2. Here's Newton with a shot. That one went over the crossbar and might have got tipped over by the blocker. So the faceoff will stay in the Illinois State end. Face off to the right of Brendan Donovan, won by the Redbirds. Illinois State goal, his third of the season, scored by number 12, Will Tricarico. Assisted by number 27, Joey Zullo, and number 65, Liam Gritchick. Time of the goal, 6:37, second period. Redbird goal scored by Tricarico, assisted by Zullo and Gritchick at 6:37. Now back behind the net, the Redbirds dig it out. Tricarico again with a wraparound try. That one denied out front. Zullo takes it up along the board. Centers it across for Perry with a shot. That one tipped wide. Tricarico knocked it away. Knocked out of the zone inadvertently by Zullo. Now Donovan sends it forward. Zorn couldn't get to it. Newton will send it across into the Redbirds' end. 12:20 to play here in period number 2. Here's Perry. Quickly ahead for Carson Hilt, who moves in over the line. Hilt stops near boards. Got it over to Perry. Here's Zullo with a shot and a save by Nadeau, and he hangs on. 12:05 to play in period number 2, and the Redbirds have joined the fight. Now trailing by just 2. They've now outshot the Lakers 20-18 overall in the game. And so far in the period, they're out shooting them 9-5. Stockton wins the faceoff. Quick shot by Hilt, saved by Nadeau. Rebound Tim Sloan on the far side. Sends around back behind the net. Pushed back to the Lakers. Abdush gets to it. To Gilbert, who fires one. That one blocked in front. Redbirds again scramble for it. Picked up by Abdush for the Lakers. He chips it forward. Got it ahead for Gage Thrall, who pushes it in on Donovan. Save made. Rebound picked up by Carson Hilt. Hilt moves through center and dumps it into the Lakers' end. Abdush on the far side. Sends it around. Got tied up in the skates of the referee. And sent back down. Illinois State will go to get it as the Lakers will go for a defensive change. Caleb Needing lost it at the line. Sent around by Abdush. Redbirds hold it in. Gilbert tipped around. Backton back behind the net. Goes to get into the near corner. Centering pass out front. Nobody home. Joshua Suzio gets it for the Lakers to Abdush. Lead pass ahead for Borchard. Couldn't quite get to it. No touch on it. So icing is called against Grand Valley State with 10:57 to play in period number 2. Next faceoff will be in the Lakers zone. Looks like it'll be to the right of Devin Nadal. Slowinski takes the faceoff, won by Illinois State, but pushed all the way out of the zone. Donovan will start things out by getting it to Liam Gritchick. Oberlack plays it back to Parker Turch. And again, strong forechecking from the Lakers. Here's a steal at the line. And a quick shot taken by Carson Corte. It's stopped by Brendan Donovan. And the faceoff will be in the Redbird zone. 10 minutes, 35 seconds to play in period number 2. Lakers scored 3 in the first on goals from Severson and 2 shorthanded goals from Matthew Cole. Illinois State on the board with number 3 on the year from Will Tricarico. That's where we stand, 3-1. Here's Parker Turch moving out of his own end. Trying to get it forward for Solinsky. It's jammed up. Lakers get to it in their own end. Klahasi taps it into the Redbird zone. Parker Turch back to get it for Illinois State to Liam Gritchick. Overlag tries to go to Slowinski. It's knocked away. And Sam Letchell gets to it. Now the puck leaves the zone, so an offside will be called if the Lakers touch it. Turch stolen back away by Corte, and he'll just dump it in, but it's going to be a delayed offside as Illinois State goes back to get it. Now offside is going to be called as Lakers had not cleared out of the zone. Even with the changing players, they changed directly into the zone. So the delay offside is called against Grand Valley State, which will bring the face-off. It's an intentional offside, and will bring the face-off all the way back into the Lakers' end. 9:47 to play in period number 2. Redbirds trailed 3-1. As Ethan Chesney steps in against Severson for the faceoff. Won by the Lakers and hoisted out of the zone by Owen Lindback. Holford dumps it into the corner far side. Centering pass. Severson trying to get to it. Redbirds have it. Chesney moves forward with numbers as Graham comes in ahead of the play. He's offside. Jackson Graham was offside. Now some pushing and shoving and more players going down along the boards. I have a funny feeling we're going to have some penalties coming up. Now a player just gets slammed on the ice and his head hit hard. As Chesney went down and heard a helmet crack the ice. As Ethan Chesney went down hard. Take a look at that Frankus once again along the boards. Watch right there on the right side as Ethan Chesney's going to hit the ice, and oh, his head hit the ice hard. So nobody's going to the penalty box that I know of. Nobody was motioned to be sent off the ice. It'll be a face-off at neutral ice. Here's the face-off pushed forward by Illinois State. Alex Newton lost it. Here come the Redbirds. Mason Perry to Campese over the line. Campese centers to Chesney, and on the net, way off the moorings, and a penalty coming up, and another big hit behind the play as more pushing and shoving going on. As now everybody on the ice is kind of matching up, and the goalies are skating out. I think Nadal is skating out just to get away from everything, to be honest. He wasn't skating out with intent because Brendan Donovan's like, I'm not going anywhere. As everybody got matched up that time, and some of the frustrations may be coming through on both sides. So boarding call coming up against Grand Valley State. That's going to be on Newton. So we're going to see what happens here. As Natoli's also going to be sent in for Illinois State. It looks like Illinois State's going to get a power play out of the whole deal. Natoli may have got a misconduct penalty. We shall see. Here's a quick shot taken. That one swept aside by Oberlag. Redbirds have it. Campese gets it back from Zulo. Now Campese sets it up. Down low, Tricarico to Oberlag. Centering pass, Nadal couldn't get to it. It's finally cleared out by the Lakers. Sweeping it out of there was Shane Haggerty. Grand Valley State penalty number 5, Alex Newton, 2 minutes for boarding. Illinois State penalty number 15, Michael Natoli, a 10-minute misconduct. Both penalties at 10:54, second period. Lakers penalty, Newton, 2 minutes for boarding. Redbirds penalty, Natoli, a 10-minute misconduct at 10:54. Redbirds have it as Carson Hilt moves into the zone. Under a minute to play in the power play. Hilt back to Campese, to the point. Zulo, Oberlag, sends it in, fires off the shoulder of Nadal. Rebound to Zulo, knocked away in open ice. Here comes Suzio. Suzio one-on-one. Save! No, he scores! Donovan may have got a piece of it, but it trickled by him as Joshua Suzio picks up his first goal of the year and the third shorthanded goal of the game for Grand Valley State. They lead 4-1. There you saw the lead pass, and Suzio able to move in and just get enough on it. Despite Donovan getting a piece of it, it went by Brendan Donovan. And it's now 4-0 in favor of the Lakers. Here's Chesney. Moving into the offensive zone, had it knocked away. Cole picks it up. Cole ahead of the pack. Quick shot. That one by Haggerty. Stopped by Donovan. Redbirds have the rebound in the final 10 of the power play. Chesney moves in. Drops it off for Graham. Sent back around the boards. Final 5 of the power play. Carson Hilt will fire one. That one wide of the target. Grand Valley State goal, his first of the year, scored shorthanded by number 86, Joshua Suzio. Assisted by number 72, Nicholas Summerfield. Time of the goal, 12:07, second period. Lakers goal scored shorthanded by Suzio, assisted by Summerfield at 12:07. Clahassie moves it forward, picked up by Borchard, who fires one in. That one blocked by a stick out front and sent up into the netting. 6:39 to play here in period number 2. And that once the Redbirds got to 3-1, the next goal was going to be vital for either team. For Illinois State, getting the next goal would have meant they were right back in it, down just 1. But for Grand Valley State, they were able to get control of the game because they were able to actually put it in the net and take a 3-goal lead back. As Tim Sloan moves in, he'll fire one. That one stick to side by Nadal to the far boards. Tipped out in front, loose in front, pushed away again by Nadal. Here's Gilbert. Or check that to Matsis. Bogdan will send it back in behind. Centering pass by Sloan, tipped into the near corner. Gritchick centered it. There's Church with a shot. That one fought off by Nadal. Matsis centers it out front. Still loose in the slot. Kicked away and finally sent down to the zone. The Redbirds will have to backtrack to get it. Bogdan along the boards near center ice. Fights for it with Gage Thrall. Now finally dug out and the Redbirds get to it. Here's Sloan. Trying to just fire one in and whiffed on the opportunity. Chase Tolaire sends it forward. Sloan picked it off. Slewinski got hacked at as Holford tried to hack at the puck and broke his stick. Newton gets it for the Lakers. Severson moves away from center ice and into the Redbird zone. Severson cuts into the far side. That one sent wide off the side of the net as Gritchick pressured him. Oberlack quickly ahead to Matsis. Matsis had it knocked away, stolen back for the Lakers. Here's Severson moving in. Severson cuts to the slot, got taken down, no call on the play. Slewinski takes it into the Redbird zone. Back behind the net, Rasha. Fights with Slewinski for it along the boards. Eric Holford digs it out, hoists it out to center ice. 4.5 minutes to play in period number 2. Owen Lindbeck back to get it. Cleared out as Holford plays it forward. Here's Summerfield between the legs with a pass across, and Donovan somehow held onto his spot and was able to make the save as crashing into the play was Chase Tolaire. Brendan Donovan, one of the better saves we've seen tonight so far, as he's able to get across super quick and able to stop what would have been an open net chance on a great pass that time, as Nicholas Summerfield pulled out the Harlem Globetrotter playbook, trying to go between the legs with the pass. Drew Shadle picked up a penalty for Illinois State, it looks like. Now the officials getting together, seeing what's going on. Here's a shot on Donovan. He makes the stop. And just 6 seconds come off the clock. Now 4:04 to play. Here in period number 3. Or 2, pardon me. Still 20 more minutes to play. Illinois State penalty number 4, Drew Shadle, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 15:49, second period. Redbird penalty, Shadle 2 minutes for interference at 15:49. Centered out in front for Thrall, knocked away from him, and the Redbirds able to control and clear it out. 90 seconds left on the Laker power play, 3:35 for the period. Redbirds could turn the tables and score a shorthanded goal of their own. It would go a long way to getting some momentum. Haggerty to Severson. Back along to Haggerty, and now the net is off the moorings, as it's finally noticed, as a couple of fans were yelling and saying, hey, net's off, and finally it was seen. So both teams will get some changes in with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the period. 1:10 for the Grand Valley State power play. Tolaire will take the faceoff against Slewinski, won by the Lakers. Avaletta lost his edge. Picked up by Zulo. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Zulo fires off the post again for the Redbirds. Rebound comes all the way out to Gilbert, and he'll clear at the length of the ice. 3 times the Redbirds have hit the post. Zulo tries to force the forecheck again, does cause a turnover, and again Gilbert clears to the length of the ice. 40 seconds left in the Laker power play. Clahassie moves it forward for Grand Valley State. Holford on the near side. Over to Tolaire, fires. That one blocked in front. Rebound, Campese. Sends it over to the corner. Couldn't clear it out. Gilbert gets to it. Pushes it around. Holford picks it up for Grand Valley State. Out to the point, Clahassie. Now switches sides with Corte, who sends one in. That one went wide. Clahassie gets to it. Haggerty with a shot. That one sent wide. Picked up again. Avaletta trying to get to it. Here's Shadle out of the box. Shadle's got a breakaway. He moves in. Cuts. Saved by Nate Down. He kicks it into the corner. Campese picks it up for the Redbirds. Sends it away, and the Redbirds turn it back over. Here comes Thrall for the Lakers. Thrall moves in. Left it at the line. Stayed in the zone. Still onside. Redbirds get to it, trying to get to Campese, knocked away by Thrall. Now Turch sends it forward for Ethan Chesney. Chesney cuts to the backhand. He shoots one, that one off the side of the net. Set aside, and finally cleared out to center by Lindback. Suzio will dump it into the Redbird end with 1:25 to play in the period. Centering pass knocked away by Campese. Over to Clahassie, who fires. That one tipped on net and sent into the corner, into the netting. We'll stop play with 1:12 to play in period number 2. The Redbirds have had opportunities. Let's take a look at that breakaway opportunity one more time for Drew Shadle. Just as he came out of the penalty box. A defenseman's dream, if you will. As Shadle was able to move in, he tried to cut to the backhand to get the shot, but was denied by Devin Nadeau. Redbirds get the puck as they move forward. Coming up. 1 minute to play in the period, 1 minute remaining. Overlag has to hold up at the line, wait for everyone to clear out. Now Rasha will take it in from the near side. Hands it off to Overlag. Centering pass out front, knocked away and stolen by the Lakers. Here comes Suzio. Held up at center by Shadle with 45 seconds to play. Gilbert sends it across, stolen back by Cole. Lindback back to get it for Grand Valley State. He'll send it into the neutral zone. Shadle cuts away, now gets the tap pass from Overlag, sends it across. Jacaricio's shot is blocked. Overlag gets it with 20 seconds. Behind the net it goes, picked up by Slewinski. He's knocked off the puck. It's picked up by Summerfield. Loose in front. They shoot. Just sent wide by Tricarico. Jammed it out front. Now a whistle stops play. Now they're going to stop play. They're holding everything up with 11 seconds left. The puck eventually did cross the goal line, but it was already whistled down. Again, second time that's happened to Illinois State in this contest, where the whistle stopped play before the puck was noticed over the line. And again, the call on the ice is no goal. So 11.4 seconds remain here in period number 2. Face off to the right of Nadeau. Picked up by Newton. He hoists it out. Gilbert holds it in the zone. Cole gets to it in the final 5. Cole moves in, knocked off the puck. Summerfield with a shot tipped up into the glass, and that'll do it for the second period. Your score at the end of 2 periods of play, the Grand Valley State Lakers 4, your Illinois State Redbirds 1. Shots on goal in the second period. Grand Valley State 13, Illinois State 13. 2 period totals, Redbirds 24, Lakers 26. So Illinois State was able to get on the board in the second period as Will Tricarico picked up the feed from Joey Zulo. The second assist on the play goes to Liam Gritchick, and the Redbirds cut the deficit down to 3-1 at the 13:23 mark as we take a look once again at Tricarico, able to elevate it over the shoulder of Devin Nadeau. But the Lakers of Grand Valley State were able to get their third shorthanded goal as Joshua Suzio broke in ahead of everybody else and took it in on Brendan Donovan. And he was able to tally his first goal of the season, the third shorthanded goal of the game, to make it a 3-1 game, or make it a 4-1 game. And with about 2 minutes to go, we saw Drew Shadle coming out of the penalty box and almost able to get it past Nadeau, but Nadeau kicked the right leg guard out just in time to kick it into the corner. Once again, taking a look at that from high atop the roof here at Grossinger Motors Arena. Devin Nadeau equal to the task against Drew Shadle. And the Redbirds still able to get 13 shots on goal in the period as we take a look at the last flurry in the final seconds as the puck apparently did go across the line, but the officials unable to determine whether or not it crossed before the net came off the moorings again. And we again have a situation where the net comes off as the puck's going across the line, and this time again, no goal is called. So we are through 2 periods of play here at Grossinger Motors Arena with your score. The Grand Valley State Lakers 4, the Illinois State Redbirds 1, and we're back with the third period following this on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel.
The car's looking fake shot back door there, huh? Man, we got to gap up on McDavid.
Yeah, we got to push into the outside.
He's back out there. 97's back out there.
Let's go. Kale, take it. Get after him. Set it up.
Hydrating the next generation of athletes. BioSteel. Clean, healthy hydration.
for period number 3 between Grand Valley State and Illinois State. As you may or may not have heard, the greeting for the officials, they were not warmly received as they came back onto the ice here just a couple of moments ago. Grand Valley State with a 4-1 lead over Illinois State on the strength of 3 shorthanded goals in today's contests. A reminder coming up for you on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. We will have 3 games for you on the weekend of before Halloween on October 27th and 28th. The Division I Redbirds on Friday night, the 27th, will take on Jamestown at 7 o'clock. Then on the 28th, we'll have a doubleheader for you beginning at 1 p.m. as the Division II team will take on Drury. And then the Division I team at 5 o'clock will take on Jamestown. The following weekend, November 3rd and 4th, the University of Illinois Fighting Illini come to Grossinger Motors Arena to take on the Illinois State Redbirds. Friday and Saturday night, both times 7 o'clock with the face-off here inside the garage at Grossinger Motors Arena. So the teams once again will switch sides, and we will play the final 20 minutes of regulation hockey. Brendan Donovan back in the net for Illinois State. He'll be in the net to our right, and back in the net to our left is Devin Nadeau. As the 2 teams get themselves ready, we are just about set to get things back underway. Redbirds again operate from right to left as we see it along with you here in period number 3. Redbirds have had their opportunities. They had 1 breakaway stopped and have hit the post 3 times. If all of those go in, the Redbirds lead 5-4. However, they did not. And the Redbirds trail at this time 4-1. Face-off to start the 3rd period is won by Illinois State as Mason Perry gets things underway for Illinois State. Slowinski will tip it. It goes into the Lakers zone for just a moment. Now popped up in the air is Parker Turch. Sends it high in the air. Picked out of the air by Chase Telaire and sent into the Redbird zone. Mason Perry clears it along the boards and picked up by Mike Slowinski for Illinois State. Slowinski fights all over the line, and in on the play was Joe Rasha. He was way ahead of the play, and surprised they let it go as long as it did before they called the offside, as Rasha was about 4 skate strides ahead of the play. Slowinski got tied up a little bit at center. So the face-off in the neutral zone on the near side. Tallahassee gets it for Grand Valley State. Sent ahead by Holford, who paid the price to get it into the Redbird zone. Severson in the corner. Digs at it for the Lakers along with Holford. Perry gets to it for the Redbirds. Perry. Head to overlag. Now Rasha comes in over the line. He'll send one in toward Nadeau. Goes wide. Perry with a shot. That one wide of the target. Held in by Josh Gilbert at the line. Gilbert lets one rip. That one blocked by a shin guard out front. And Holford kind of limping around after that one. He felt that one. He'll probably feel that one for about an hour or 2 after the game as well. There's overlap. Sending it across for Ethan Chesney, who comes in over the line. Chesney on the near side lets it go. Nadeau the stick save and tips it up into the netting behind the glass. And the faceoff will stay in the Grand Valley State end. Faceoff will be to the right of Devin Nadeau. Summerfield wins the faceoff for the Lakers. Behind the net, Alex Newton. Newton sends it forward. Summerfield gets it to center. Redbirds repossess it. Here's Campese along the near boards. Got it hacked away by Summerfield, and Gilbert shoots it across and forces the Lakers back. Gilbert gets a skate on it and blocks the pass. At center. Picked up by Haggerty, who moves in. Haggerty cuts in, fires one. That one wide of the post. Redbirds pick it up. Jackson Graham tries to skate in. Picked up by Ethan Chesney. Chesney cuts in, fires, and scores! Ethan Chesney finally gets it to go in. This one will count, and the Redbirds are down just 2. It's 4-2. For Chesney, it'll be his third of the season. As play resumes, the Lakers will send it down into the Redbird end. Richick back to get it for Illinois State. Stolen away by Thrall. Now shot back in as it's sent in by Clayton Senti. Redbirds get to it. Here's Zulo. Gets it over to Zorn. Tip pass, Tricarico tracks it down. The fans try to make some noise for the Redbirds. Richick holds it in. Zorn knocked into center ice. Illinois State goal, his third of the season, scored by number 29, Ethan Chesney. Assisted by number 19, Jackson Graham. Time of the goal, 2:02, third period. Redbird goal scored by Chesney, assisted by Graham at 2:02. Along the near boards, Tricarico hoists it into the Laker end. Redbirds will get a change. Sent around by Haggerty. Latchel gets to it, keeps it at center ice. Newton couldn't keep it in. Here's Carson Hilt playing it from Matsis. Hilt in the corner, back to the point, Natoli. Sends it across for Perry, who fires it in. That one went wide. Natoli hustles to get to it, but can't keep it in the zone. Redbirds will tag out. Here's Perry, bouncing one in, goes back behind the net. Lindback back to get it for Grand Valley State. Perry with a centering pass. Matsis has it on the backhand. Lifts one. It goes into the corner. Bakhtin trying to send it up in the corner. Now a steal by Pavel Bakhtin. Centers to Perry, who couldn't pull the trigger. Now sends one wide, blocked. Here's Shadle. Shot. This is trickled wide of the net. Sent back in. It's off the side of the net. It's pinned up by Nadeau as Carson Hilt tried to throw it off the back of the goalie to see if he can get a crazy bounce. But Nadeau was there to shut it down. The faceoff will stay in the Lakers' end. 15:51 to play in period number 3. Faceoff will be in the Lakers' end. It'll be to the left of Devin Nadeau. Slowinski will take the faceoff against Parker Severson. Won by the Lakers. Daniel Abdouche will send it out into the Redbird zone. Here's Tolaire with a shot. That one, bad angle. Hops over Abdouche's stick. Back to get it is Needing. Caleb Needing. Leaves it for Severson. He gets tied up by the Illinois State forecheck. Now the Redbirds extending the forecheck. Pass ahead by Tolaire. Got it to Severson. Poke checked away nicely by Grichik, who gets tied up in the corner. Rasha gets to it for Illinois State. Joe Rasha controls. Parker Turch tries to muscle away from Severson, able to get it into the Lakers zone. 5 minutes gone by here in the third. Matthew Cole couldn't get it out of the zone as it's dumped back in. Into the far corner. Eric Holford sent to Henford Cole, who couldn't quite get away from the forecheck of Ethan Chesney. Here's Turch. Ahead to Chesney, who cuts in. Chesney to the dot, centers it across, tip. Penalty coming up against Grand Valley State, or is it against Illinois State? Let's see who gets this one. It's a tripping call coming up, and it's going to be on Grand Valley State. So the Redbirds will go to the power play. So the Redbirds now with the man advantage as Owen Lindback is going to get the penalty. Grand Valley State penalty number 47, Owen Lindback, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5:26, second, third period. Lakers penalty, Lindback, 2 minutes for tripping at 5:26. And just as the announcement was being made, another penalty against the Lakers. Another tripping call, and the Redbirds will get a two-man advantage for the better part of 2 minutes. This one is on Brian Clahassey. Grand Valley State penalty number 8, Brian Clahassey, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5:35, third period. Lakers penalty Clahassey, 2 minutes for tripping at 5:35. Redbirds now on the 5-on-3 as the shot sails high and wide. Here's Campese with it on the near side. Holds, drops it off Chesney, fires, scores! Ethan Chesney with his second goal of the game, and the Redbirds within one. It's 4-3. So Ethan Chesney, after having one taken off the board and hitting the post and another one, has tallied the last two for Illinois State. And Illinois State has narrowed this gap. Four-3 now our score. So Illinois State right back in it, and still with 90 seconds on the power play. They'll skate 5-on-4 now. Here's Zulo. To Tricarico, his pass is tipped and it goes into the Redbird bench. They'll retrieve a new puck from our scorekeeper, Mr. Dan Glatt. And we do have a nice crowd who have made their way into Grosinger Motors Arena here on this Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. They'll bring the faceoff out to the neutral zone. As the pass was tipped. Illinois State goal, his second of the game and fourth of the season. Scored on the power play by number 29, Ethan Chesney. Assisted by number 27, Joey Zulo. Time of the goal, 6:02, third period. Redbird goal scored by Chesney on the power play, assisted by Zulo at 6:02. Redbirds again setting up the power play. Shadle to the near side, Slowinski. Sets up, top of the circle, down low now for Rasha. Back to Slowinski, 49 on the power play. Shadle back over to Oberlag. Oberlag cuts to the circle, moves in. Takes it around the near side, Slowinski. Holds top of the slot now. Drops it off for Shadle on the near side. Shadle cuts in. Goes down low for Rasha. Pass was tipped. Shadle got to it. Shadle controls the puck and resets at the point. 25 on the power play. His shot sent out in front and cleared the length of the ice as it was blocked. Donovan quickly out of his cage to play it forward. Ahead for Slowinski. Slowinski drops it back for Oberlag. Oberlag into the corner, back to Slowinski. Now Rasha comes out of the corner with it. Rasha looks to play from the far side now. Sends a shot in, deflected, loose in the slot, and finally cleared out. Now a hand pass is called against Grand Valley State with 12:24 to play. So the faceoff will stay in the Lakers' end. However, the penalties are over. Both teams are back at full strength. But now we're in a one-goal game with 12:24 to play. Redbirds have scored the last two, both by Ethan Chesney. Face-off won by the Redbirds is Graham. His shot was blocked. Picked up by the Lakers. Moving forward is Thrall. He's knocked off the puck and picked up by Jackson Graham. Graham over to Chesney. Chesney dances to the line. Gets in, onside to Perry. Firing, that one blocked into the glass. Redbirds get the rebound. Graham centered it. Chesney picks it up at the top of the slot. Sends it across. Campese couldn't get it from his skates. Pass ahead for Thrall was intercepted, and the Lakers turn it back over to the Redbirds. At center ice. Graham drops it back for Chesney. 11:45 to play. Chesney works in his own zone. Sends it ahead for Michael Natoli. Here's Campese dumping it into the corner. Comes around to the far side. Now back around to the near side. Picked up by Plahasi. Lakers move forward with it. Severson had it knocked away by Parker Turch. Turch will send it out to center. Icing will be waved off as it's sent down into the Laker end as Clayton Senti gets to it first. Senti, long pass ahead. Gritchick knocked it away. It's sent in as Donovan steers it aside. From the far corner, Parker Turch stolen away by Severson. At the point, a shot taken by Caleb Needing. That one blocked by the Redbird defense and hoisted out into the bunch area. So the face-off will stay in the Redbird end. 10:51 to play here in period number 3. Last night, an end-to-end battle where the goaltenders shine brightest. Tonight, the offenses take center stage with 7 goals on the board and still just under 11 minutes to play in this one. Face-off won by Liam Gritchick. Gritchick sends it high off the board, held in near the line by Chase Tolaire. Now the Redbirds get to it. Poked ahead by Oberland. Lindback beats him to the puck, and the puck does go into the bench area. So now a stoppage of play after some pushing and shoving and exchanging of places that the Lakers may stop for dinner. They asked for suggestions and didn't sure they liked what was suggested, so they decided to stop the conversation. Face off to the left to Devin Nadal. Redbirds win the face-off. Here's Parker Turch with it. Sends it in. Saved by Nadal. Sticked over to the corner. Lakers dig it out. Severson hoisted high. It was touched by the Redbirds. Played with a high stick. So the violation with the playing of the high stick will give the face-off to the Grand Valley State Lakers. They're bringing it to the wrong end of the ice. I think they misinterpreted that one. So it'll be play with a high stick by Illinois State. The linesman was going to skate all the way down to the Grand Valley State end, and I think even the Redbird fans were like, wait a second, I think we played that with a high stick. So the face-off to the left of Brendan Donovan is won by the Redbird. Mason Perry sends it around to the far side. Shadle plays it but not out. Here's a pass tipped in front. Carson Corte trying to get it in front. It was tipped by Parker Severson. Or checked that. That was Braden Fauci who's in for the first time, seeing the ice for the first time tonight. Mason Perry moves forward with it. As players were down behind the play, no call coming up. Now Plahasi has it to Avaletta. Tristan Avaletta moves in, tries the backhand, saved by Donovan. Rebound swept around and all the way out of the zone. It will be picked up in neutral ice by Caleb Needham. Under 10 minutes to play in period number 3. There's a big hit attempt that Corte tried to take liberties with Drew Shadle. He didn't come out the best on that one. Now a back pass as Donovan will send it over to the boards. Tristan Avaletta back to get it to Matthew Cole. Not to be confused with Michael Cole, the voice of Monday Night Raw on WWE. Here's Will Tricarico with a shot, and that one stopped by Devin Nadal. Tricarico again, fought through 2 checks to get that shot away, and Nadal had to be on his guard that time. Now Zulo chips one toward the near corner. Under 9 minutes to play, and now Whistle stops play. Now the helmet came off in the corner. Matthew Cole's helmet came off, so a stoppage of play for the helmet coming off. He will step off the ice for just a moment. Face off in the Grand Valley State end. To the right of Devin Nadeau, won by the Lakers. Clahassie. Behind his own net. Hoisted out of the zone by Suzio. Now a quick shot taken. That one went wide of Donovan. Comes all the way out, Tricarico. Couldn't corral it at center. Sent back in on Donovan, who plays it off the side of the net. Natoli hoists it to the line, not out. Held back in by Newton. Behind the net it goes for Thrall. Along the near board, Suzio fights for it. Picked up by Borchard. Borchard goes into the corner. He's tied up by Zulo. Back out to the point for Newton. Suzio sends it around to the far side. Picked up by the Redbirds. Tricarico got the pass from Zorn, but it's knocked off his stick by Clahassie. And now a whistle and an icing call against Grand Valley State. Will bring the faceoff all the way back into their own end. As Clahassie took a big hit along with Will Tricarico on the near side before clearing the puck. Faceoff will be to the right of Devin Nadeau. Faceoff won by the Redbirds. Jackson Graham couldn't get in position to shoot behind the net. Chesney got to it, to Turch. Back out front, tried to center it. Campese there off the side of the net. Now loose and finally covered up by Nadeau. He'll take the faceoff to reset everything. Sometimes for a goaltender, it's more important to keep control of the play rather try to let the puck play itself out. If you can cover it up and take the faceoff and get your team reset. As the Lakers win the faceoff. Redbirds get to it, and they're going to be offside as the puck had just cleared out of the zone as Jackson Graham got to it. He touched it in the zone. It came back in on him. Unintentional. And so the offside faceoff will be in the neutral zone. 7:24 to play in period number 3. Redbirds win the faceoff as Church trying to bank it into the zone off the boards. It's picked up by the Lakers as Owen Limback will send it in. He sends it in right on Donovan, who has to poke check it away at the last second from Severson. Now Turch tries to spin it away from pressure. Got it to Mason Perry. Perry gets tied up along the boards. Here's a steal right in front. Severson with a shot off the pass by Tolaire, and that one went high and wide. Tolaire picks it up from Severson. Spun away by Parker Turch. Turch tries to keep his stick in for leverage. Now just covers the puck, and it's still loose. Visible by the referee, so we play on. Redbirds get to it. Jackson Graham finally comes out of the pack with it. Graham takes it to the near board. Centering pass across. Couldn't get it to Campese. Loose puck finally picked up by Severson and sent out to neutral ice where Shadle gets to it. Shadle sends it across for Chesney. Chesney moves into the top of the circle. Fire save. Nadeau with a kick save. Rebound to the near corner. 6:15 to play in the third. Sent out for a clearing attempt by Tolaire. He got it to center. Approaching the 6-minute mark to play in the game. Shadle. Knocked away and stolen by Carson Corte, who moves in with a backhand. Knocked away by Natoli. Didn't get the shot away. Corte brings it all the way around for a backhand pass. Kicked away by Slowinski and picked up by Oberlag for the Redbirds. There's Oberlag dumping it into the Lakers zone. Clahassie back to get it for Grand Valley State with 5:40 to play. Pass across, picked up by Haggerty. Or check that. It's Sam Letchell. 25 instead of 26. There's a steal by Carson Corte. Dumped it down low. Caleb Needing gets to it. Sends it around, but Joe Rash is there for Illinois State. Rasha will dump it in to the Lakers zone. Slowinski and Gritchick are there for the Redbirds. Oberlag tries to dig it out. Taken away by Grand Valley State, approaching 5 minutes to play in regulation. Here's Summerfield over the line. Summerfield moves in on Donovan. Takes it in for the wraparound. Knocked away by Donovan, still losing to score. Donovan couldn't locate the puck. The rebound was loose right near the crease. Nicholas Summerfield able to knock it in, and Grand Valley State is back up 2. It's 5-3. For Grand Valley State, only their second even strength goal of the game. And only one power play goal has been scored in the game by both teams. Lakers will send it back into the Redbird end. Now under 5 minutes to play. Zorn couldn't get to it as Haggerty sends it across. Tricarico lost it at the line as Lindbeck dumps it back in. Newton back to get it for the Lakers. Newton moves forward through center ice into the neutral zone and into the Redbird end. Left it along the boards, Tricarico. Got it to Matsis. Grand Valley State goal, his third of the season, scored by number 72, Nicholas Summerfield. Assisted by number 26, Shane Haggerty. Time of the goal, 15:03, third period. Lakers goal scored by Summerfield, assisted by Haggerty at 15:03. .340 to play now as the Lakers dump it into the Redbird end, down 2 goals. Illinois State needs to start stringing some shots together here. They have not had the bulk of play for a while. Here's Thrall cutting in on Shadle. He'll let it trickle into the corner. Now fires one in. Blockered up into the net by Brendan Donovan. 3:19 to play in the third. Illinois State trailing 5-3. Redbirds out shooting the Lakers 36-30 in the contest. Face-off pushed toward the corner, held in by Chase Tolaire. Finally does leave the zone and goes out to center. Lindback will send it in, right into the catching glove of Brendan Donovan. And with 3:03 to play, the Redbirds will have another face-off coming up in their own end. Severson will take the face-off against Chesney. Face-off won by the Lakers. Tolaire spins at the circle, drops it off for Lindback, who fires one in. That one looked like it went off a leg out front. Spun back around by Holford. Redbirds finally get to it. Here's Campese moving out with Shadle. Shadle in over the line, sends it across for Campese. Sends it back for Shadle, who tries a shot. That one hit the side of the net and kicked back out. Picked up by Severson. Severson sends it across. Lindbeck will fire. Saved by Donovan, and he hangs on with 2:30 remaining in the third. And the Redbirds are still in it. Down just 2 at 5-3. That right there, if Illinois State can come back, might be one they hang their hat on right there, is Brendan Donovan was able to come up big in that situation. Face off to his right. Redbirds win it as Mason Perry bangs it off the boards and sends it out, but it's dumped right back in. Back to get it is Perry. Slowinski held up at the line, dumped right back in. Tristan Avaletta chases Donovan to the corner to get to it. It's sent around the boards. Coming up on 2 minutes to play. Letchell trying to get a shot away. That one hopped over his stick, and Newton able to saucer it back in. Under 2 to play in regulation. 5-3, Grand Valley State leads it. Rasha tries to dig it out of the corner. Avaletta gets to it. Sends it across for Newton. Oberlag dumps it back behind the net with 1:40 to play. Mason Perry backs it away. Slowinski got to it. Centering pass out front, Oberlag, and it knocked away. And picked up as the Redbirds trying to move forward. They're trying to get a streaking Oberlag, couldn't get to it. Now Klahasi moves in. He'll fire one that's blocked up into the netting with 1:16 to play in regulation. Face off to the left of Brendan Donovan. Sent back down as Nadal comes out to play it. Sent back to neutral ice. Redbirds have to regroup. With 1 minute remaining in the period, 1 minute remaining. Here's Matsis. He couldn't quite get enough on the shot. It's knocked away. Off the skates of Summerfield. Back to Cole. Cole back to Summerfield behind the net, tries to wrap around, jammed at Donovan, they scores. He scores as Summerfield was able to jam at it and get the wraparound to go in. Summerfield will get his second goal of the game, and with 43 seconds remaining officially, the Lakers of Grand Valley State may have secured themselves a win in this contest. So the face-off won by the Lakers. It's hoisted down by Caleb Needing. Into the corner it goes. Suzio couldn't get to it. Here's Andreas Zorn. To Tricarico, who fires one wide. Grand Valley State goal is second in the game and fourth of the season, scored by number 72, Nicholas Summerfield. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 19:17, third period. Lakers goal scored unassisted by Summerfield at 19:17. So final 5 seconds are to come off the clock, and the Grand Valley State Lakers come into Grossinger Motors Arena tonight after a hard-fought shootout loss last night, even up the weekend series and split the pair with Illinois State, winning this one by a final of 6-3. Your final score this evening, the Grand Valley State Lakers 6, the Illinois State Redbirds 3. Shots on goal in the third period. Grand Valley State 6, Illinois State 12. Game totals, Lakers 32, Redbirds 36. So we'll go over scoring in just a couple of moments. As Illinois State unable to sweep the weekend series, they split the pair here at home with Grand Valley State. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to Grossinger Motors Arena this week for Illinois State Redbird hockey. Fans, tonight's DP Doe player of the game for your Illinois State Redbirds. He scored 2 goals. He's got 4 on the season. Number 29, Ethan Chesney. A zone for everyone, and everyone has a zone at DP Doe. 121 East Buford in Uptown Normal. Once again, fans, the Redbirds will be back in action here at Grossinger Motors Arena October 27th and 28th on Division I play. October 27th, the Redbirds will take on Jamestown on Friday night at 7 o'clock. That'll be our next contest here inside Grossinger Motors Arena. We invite you to join us at that time. So once again, the final 6-3. How did we get to that point where we're about to take a look at some highlights here? As our producer, Mr. Frank Blaine, has those ready to go for us as Illinois State trailed going into the period, but let's take a look at what happened to start the game. It was an all-out blitz from the Grand Valley State Lakers. They scored 46 seconds into the contest as Parker Severson picked up the opening goal, his third of the season, to make it 1-0. And then on the shorthanded goals, two of them in quick succession, both by Matthew Cole. First at the 16:51 mark and then at the 9:34 mark. And then controversy as Ethan Chesney had a shot taken. It went in, but the net was ruled off the moorings and therefore did not count. Redbirds would get on the board, though, as moving out was Will Tricarico, picking up a rebound opportunity and putting one in. There's Tricarico right there. He picked up the pass, from Joey Zullo, and he made it a 3-1 game. Redbirds would get to 3-2. Grand Valley State would extend the lead before the end of the period, as breaking in on the play was Joshua Suzio, his first of the year. And the Redbirds would get an opportunity as Drew Shadle would have a chance on his stick coming out of the penalty box after another shorthanded goal, third of the game, by the way, by the Lakers. And Drew Shadle gets denied by Devin Nadeau, one of the 33 saves made on the night by Devin Nadeau. Another controversial call as the Redbirds were able to jam up the net area, but unable to score. And then the Redbirds would get themselves back in the game. The first of two goals from Ethan Chesney at the 17:58 mark would give the Redbirds a chance, down just 4-2. And then Chesney again would score on the power play. This time it would count, and it would make it 4-3 as the Redbirds cut the gap down to 1. Chesney scoring 4 minutes apart twice. But then Grand Valley State would come back in the late stages, just under 5 minutes to play in the third. It would be Nicholas Summerfield picking up his third of the season. And then to close out the action in the final minute of play, it would be Nicholas Summerfield again getting his fourth of the year. And that would close out scoring, with Grand Valley State winning by a final score of 6-3. And again, we'll have action for you right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Friday, October 27th, our next game with you, 7 o'clock right here inside the garage as the Illinois State Redbirds takes on Jamestown. Then we'll have a doubleheader for you on Saturday. The Division II Redbirds will take on the Drury Panthers at 1 o'clock. And then the second game of the series with Jamestown will be at 5 o'clock on Saturday, October 28th. We'll turn the calendar to November and have a 2-game set for you right here on Friday and Saturday night. Both games at 7 o'clock, November 3rd and 4th, as the Fighting Illini, come up by 74 to take on the Illinois State Redbirds. That'll all be right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Big thanks to everyone here at Grossinger Motors Arena for all their help tonight. And, of course, the executive producer of Illinois State Redbird Hockey on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel is Mr. Frank Blaine. Big thanks to everyone here. And if you are a Grand Valley State hockey fan, we thank you for joining us on the broadcast today. Illinois State Redbird hockey fans, well, we certainly do hope you enjoyed today's broadcast, because we know that the Grand Valley State fans are going to enjoy the drive back to Allendale Township, Michigan, and as they enjoy the results of this one on this Saturday night. Again, your final score from the Grossinger Motors Arena garage, it was the Grand Valley State Lakers 6 and the Illinois State Redbirds 3. For everyone here at Grossinger Motors Arena, I'm L.A. Decker, thanking you for joining us on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel until Halloween weekend. Good night, everybody.